Hello, everyone. I'm Lobby Clint. Welcome to Late Night Meditation. As always, it's great to be here online with all of you, whether you're watching from Zoom, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. So, hello again, everyone. Hello, Vansa. Hello, Art. Hello, iPhone. And hello, everyone watching on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Of course, if you're watching on Facebook, I am streaming to several pages at once, so if you don't see my face at the top corner, very likely I can't see your comment right now, but I'll always go back and reply, as many of you already know. So, it's great to be back and see you all. And hello, Kanoon. Thanks for joining in. And hello, Kunyan. Thanks for saying hi on Facebook. And Futo on YouTube. As everyone is slowly coming in, it's always good to see you all. And of course, I hope you all have been practicing your homework. Okay. And in case you don't know the homework is whatever you're doing, have relaxation and awareness. It's a great way to help you practice meditation outside the meditation hall. You don't always need to be formally sitting, okay? But many times you can use what we've learned in meditation in your daily life. It's also called mindfulness, having that awareness throughout the day. But notice how it's a balance of relaxation and awareness, not just awareness. Otherwise, it's just a little bit too aware. It starts to seem a bit paranoid. That's too much. Okay, it's just awareness, but also a mix of relaxation to help you get that right balance. So it's very much like meditation in motion. Okay. Hello, Pat. Thanks for joining in. Hello, Enya. Hello, Louise. Thanks for joining in. So, as always, for Mondays and Wednesdays, I let you guys decide how much instruction would you guys like. Would you like level 1, as in you're brand new to meditation? Level 2, you kind of know what you're doing, but you like a lot of instruction. Level 3, a bit more moderate. Or level 4, long silence. For those who like level 4 or long silence, Fridays are always level 4. Okay, so go ahead and type in the chat, show me your fingers. Okay, so far I see we're leaning toward 2 for now. Sabai. As, of course, like I said, these are not levels of difficulty, it's just how much you want me to speak. Because when we meditate together, I know that some days you'll feel, I want more silence. Or some days, I could use a bit more instruction. As I'm always glad to adjust it for you all. Okay. And let's see. And also those watching the replay or the recording, you can always type into the chat or into the comments, and I take it in consideration for the next day. For example, if you watch on Monday, the next time is Wednesday, I'll put it into Wednesday. If you watch on Wednesday, I'll put it in for the next Monday. And for Fridays, as I told you, it's always level 4, but if you put it in there, I'll add it in for Monday. Okay. Wow. We're almost right down the line, 2 and 3s. Okay. Then, all right. Sabai. And then we'll do it like a 2.5-ish. But I don't have a 0.5, so I'll just show 2. So as we practice, remember, take your time, take it easy. You don't have to force, you don't have to push. Allow yourself to relax, be comfortable. That's what's most important. Because that first step of relaxation is really getting us back to the same state of mind as those hundreds of years ago. Because back then they were already very relaxed. That's why back then they would teach, sit still, don't move. It's not wrong, but it's not right for people today. Because when we hear sit still, don't move, we tend to tense up. That's not one of the steps, okay? All right. Oh, hello, Hakuzo. Hello, Terry. Thanks for joining on YouTube. Okay. Then, is everyone ready for some meditation? Okay. So, let's enjoy our mini vacation together to really relax your body, relax your mind. So when you're ready, gently close your eyes. Take in a deep breath. Breathe in the cool, calm, relaxing air. And breathe out all your worries, thoughts, and responsibilities. Just let it all go. Forget about it for the time that we are meditating. Just breathe in, breathe out. Let each breath of fresh air help you become more relaxed, more comfortable. Taking a few more deep breaths, as this is a natural and easy way to relax. As once you are ready, you can return to normal breathing. And before we continue, remember to let go of all your expectations. Whatever you think or know is supposed to happen, forget about it. Let yourself feel as innocent as a child. No worries, no regrets, no responsibility. Just innocent and free. Not a care in the world. We're all just relaxing with our friends. Relaxation is a very important first step. It's not being lazy. It's not a waste of time. It's allowing you to really prepare yourself. As when your body is comfortable, relaxed, it's much easier to let go of the body, not trying to look perfect or look a certain way. As I like to say, we meditate for inner peace, not Instagram. And what I mean is you don't have to look perfect. We're not taking pictures. Right now is for your inner peace. So don't try to look perfect. Instead, allow yourself to feel perfect. As in it feels perfect for you, whatever position you're currently in. Or make adjustments to your position so it feels perfect or at least comfortable to you. As relaxation is like practicing letting go. You can't force yourself to relax, just like you can't force yourself to let go. The more you try to force, the more you're doing the opposite. You're not allowing yourself to relax. You're actually adding tension and discomfort. So take your time with relaxation. It doesn't need to be done very quickly. It doesn't even have to be finished within 5 minutes. You can be continually adjusting throughout the entire meditation. Because meditation is a practice. It's something we need to do often. I recommend doing it daily. And it doesn't need to be very long, but a little bit a day can go a long way. It allows you to practice more consistently. It's like if you wanted to learn how to ride a bike. If you only ride the bicycle once a week, it may take you quite a while before you start to feel comfortable on the bicycle. But if you practice a little bit every day, little by little, you'll be able to go a little farther, a little farther. You'll start to learn how to balance a little easier until eventually it feels like second nature. It feels like you're walking. You don't have to try so hard to stay balanced. Just like meditation, it's about taking time to practice a little bit every day. And on days that you have time to join class or join the sessions together, that's an opportunity to do it a little bit longer. As our centers, we love to do group sessions because when you meditate in a group, you tend to gain this good energy from everyone. It's like we all help each other to go in deeper, easier. Kind of like playing tug of war. When you have a team, everyone in the team does a little bit, and we can win the game. But when you're at home, you're meditating on your own, it can feel like you're playing by yourself. It's challenging, not impossible, but very challenging, especially in the beginning. So as we practice together, you don't need to force, you don't need to push. Each time we meditate together, it's a mini vacation, an opportunity to relax your body and your mind. It's a very important first thing that we all need to learn, or really relearn. In this day and age, we are always thinking. Not that people back then didn't think that much, but they weren't always thinking that they needed to think. They were also in nature a lot. They could see how things just happen, just because that's just how nature is. That's just how the world works. As we all started to live in the cities, we had to compete for everything. We had to think ahead, plan, and all these different things which have helped us innovate and create wonderful tools. The problem is, as we gain those wonderful tools that help us do so many things, we've forgotten how to be patient, how to slow down, how to take it easy and relax. And that's why we need to relearn how to relax first. Take your time, take it easy. Allow yourself to feel comfortable. And once your body feels nice and comfortable, or at least comfortable enough, we move on to the next step, consciousness or focus. But it's a very light focus, not too intense, not too intent. It's light and gentle. What we do is visualize or imagine your meditation object or image. Whatever object or image feels comfortable to you. I recommend the full moon because it's bright and shining, but not blinding. It's calming and cooling. But your meditation object can be anything at all. Whatever feels easy and comfortable to you. As our meditation object acts as a focus point to help our mind stay still, calm, and peaceful. And notice this focus is light and gentle, relaxing, comfortable, kind of like watching TV or binging Netflix. Why is it we can stare at that screen for hours and hours, not moving a muscle? Because you actually have that perfect balance of relaxation and awareness. The biggest difference is where we're focused. When watching something, our focus is outward. But in meditation, we bring our focus inward. But remember, take your time. You don't have to be able to get it right away. It'll start to feel more natural as you practice. And that's why we start off with relax your body. We've had plenty of time to practice how to control our body. That's why as we get older, we learn not to fidget. We're able to sit still or even sit upright. In Asian culture, they like to call it sitting and looking smart. As we become adults or as we grow older, we're very good at controlling how we look to a degree. Controlling the body. But now it's time to not to control so tightly, so strongly. To allow our body to release and relax. When we're able to do it with our body, physically, it makes it easier to do it with our mind, mentally. So relax your body, relax your mind. Do it little by little. Feel like you're on vacation. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to do anything extra. We're just relearning how to relax. Relax your body. Relax your mind. And all this is just the beginning of how to meditate. My master, Lompa Damashiyo, he likes to say that meditators should be like kindergartners. We're all in kindergarten, young, always wandering, also wondering, thinking about this and that, and learning from our teacher, getting something new to learn, something exciting. But our job as students is to simply sit down, listen, learning to balance relaxation and awareness. And my master says, when we get that just right, we get it perfect. We pass kindergarten, and immediately we have a PhD. He says it's a simple concept. It just takes time to be able to do it. And when you can do it, you're able to go in deeper and deeper very easily. Because the main thing is learning how to get our mind to truly stop. But of course, as we're all practicing, let's start with slowing down. Relax your body, relax your mind. And naturally, your mind will begin to wander. It's the nature of the mind. So don't beat yourself up about it. You're not doing something horribly wrong. Doesn't mean you're bad at meditation. It just means you're a normal human being. So when you realize your mind is wandering again, just gently bring it back to your center, back to your object. And if it still wants to wander, another tool I recommend is a mantra. A mantra is a word or phrase, a sound, something you can say in your mind that helps you feel calm and peaceful, or at least relieved. The mantra we like to use: San Mo Son Mo Arhan. Son Mo Arhan. You can repeat this mantra in your mind as many times as you'd like, or use your own mantra, word or phrase. For example, relax, relájate, sabay, clear and bright. Use your mantra and your meditation object as your tools. Tools to help you calm and soothe your mind, and to bring your mind back to your center, back to your object. Son Mo Arhan. Son Mo Arhan. Son Mo Arhan. Now let us continue in silence, letting our mind be calm, clear, and peaceful. Remember, take your time. Don't rush. Don't force. Don't push. Some more. Now, let us begin spreading loving kindness. Spreading loving kindness is like spreading out your heart, sending out good intentions to all beings. So let us visualize our object as we have been doing. And imagine that your object becomes crystal clear, clean and bright. And at the center of your object, there is a bright light. This light is very special. All those who touch this light are instantly happier, healthier, and more at peace. So we let this light illuminate our body, filling our body with light. Then let this light shine out from you, filling the room. And let this light spread far and wide, filling the city and the surrounding city, filling the state or province and the surrounding states or provinces, filling the country and the surrounding countries, until filling the entire world and out throughout the universe. Thinking of our loved ones, our family, our friends, our close and distant relatives, our co-workers, acquaintances, all the people you know, and all the people you don't know. To all sentient beings, all the animals in this world, and even thinking to the heavens, to our friends and relatives who have passed away, wishing well for every one of them. And as we are spreading loving kindness, let us make this wish together. For us all to be happy, healthy, wealthy, successful, to gain wisdom, attain enlightenment, for world peace. Let us take a moment to make our own good wishes. Sabbe Buddha Parapata Pajjeka Nanjayang Palang Arahanta Nanjate Jenarakam Pantha Visapaso Sapabuddhanupavena Sapadhammanupavena Sapasankhanupavena Saddha Soti Bhagwantu Te. And now, very gently, And at your own pace, opening your eyes. Take your time as we slowly come back. You can take in a few deep breaths, do a little stretch if you'd like, as we slowly come back. How is everyone feeling? Take a moment to notice how you feel right now that we finished the meditation. It's something we like to call considering, taking that moment to check and see what worked, what didn't work. As each time we practice, it's either a good session or an almost good session. There are no bad sessions, as each time we get to learn a little something. What worked for us, what didn't work for us. That way, the things that worked, you try again. Things that didn't work, it's okay. Stay away from that. And that's how we continue to adjust, to get better and better, to find our perfect way, the way that helps us go inward easier. Because I share with you the tools. But just like tools in the toolbox, you don't need all of them all the time. We use the one that works for us for that specific thing. For example, the mantra tends to be great for a wandering mind as well as helping you relax. In fact, the object does the same thing. It's great for giving you focus as well as helping you relax, depending on your object. So, use the tools that work for you. Some people like the mantra more, some people like the object more. Some like to use both, some don't like to use either. That's totally fine. Make that adjustment for you, because in the end, it is your journey. I'm just here to help guide you on your way. Okay, so before we go into questions and comments, as I see a few questions already on, and some comments on Facebook too, for today, I wanted to remind us all to think positive. And this is what my master says. He says, if we are smart in how we think, we will choose, listen to that, we will choose only positive thoughts. How we think is up to us. No one forces us to think. It's always just us and our thought. So we choose to think more positively. Choose what we're thinking about. Are we choosing to think of something happy? Or are we choosing to think of something sad? Choose to think about something that makes you angry? It's all up to us. Sometimes they pop up randomly. True. But you can choose to leave it be and then choose to focus in or not. This is something we all have to practice. And that's why my master says, choose positive. It doesn't mean that everything's butterflies and rainbows, okay? Not quite. It's not everything is awesome, not quite, okay? It's more looking for the beauty in the world, looking for those little bits, because it's everywhere. But when we're not looking for it, we can't find it. So when we start looking for that little bit of goodness, here and there, like I tell you all, when I wake up in the morning, we use the restroom, look in the mirror, smile. Smile to yourself. It's a great way to start your day. First person you see is smiling back at you. So it's all about helping you adjust that mindset when you become more positive, or at least be able to have some positivity back to help lift you up. That way we can deal with whatever's going on. Okay? So I hope you all think positively. Okay, so now I open the floor to you all as I see a few. Oh, let me say hello. Let's see who came in. Oh, hello, Mom and Dad. Hello, Pisu. Thanks for joining in here on Zoom. And then, I see a few on Facebook. Hello, Tenzin and Ringo. Tenzin says, thank you, Lumpy Clint, for your kind presence and all that you do. May you continue to inspire others, and may your compassionate heart and teachings bring light to many beings. Satu, Satu. Aw, thank you so much. And then Ringo says, always great to hear your meditation with compassion, happiness, and kindness. Satu, thank you guys so much. Okay. Louise has something. She says, thanks for today's session, LP. Currently, I am trying to make changes in my life, but there is just too much anxiety about the unknown, and I also feel like I don't have any confidence and trust. I'm wondering if you have any advice. Yes, in today's world, there's always so much. Well, in reality, there's always been uncertainty. The only certain thing in life is Nothing's certain. We don't know. But worrying about uncertainty is not good. It actually just causes us to be suffering more than we need to. That's why it's called worry. We tend to regret about the past, which is something that already happened. We can't do anything about it. So why are we still regretting about that? It's already done. Don't bring it back. And then we tend to worry about the future, which hasn't happened yet. And it might not happen the way we're thinking. So what we do is we try to keep ourselves here, present, to what can I do now? What is it that's right here, 2 or 3 steps ahead of me? Not like how I share with you guys, if you want to climb a mountain, you don't look at the peak and go, okay, there it is, and keep trying to say, I'm never there, right? When you climb a mountain, you only look 3 or 4 steps ahead of you. 2 or 3 steps, 4 steps, something like that. Not so far ahead. Just going step by step, little by little. Before you know it, you reach the goal. Same with the uncertainty. During that path up the mountain, you don't know what you're going to find. There's definitely a possibility of danger. There's also a possibility of finding treasure. There's also a possibility of meeting new friends. There's always something. But instead of being afraid of the unknown, being cautious is okay. But if you're too fearful, it's like you're never going to take that first step to start moving forward. So instead, cautious, but that's why we take it step by step. That way, as we're taking a step forward, we see 3 steps ahead, it's not so great, then we turn over a bit, go a different direction if we're able to. Or sometimes you see the problem in front of you, and then luckily you see the solution there too. So you have a way to deal with it. Because there's also a thing of, you don't always have to find a solution to every problem. There are some problems that are just there. Like no matter what you do, it's going to be a problem. But you don't have to make it your problem. Sometimes it's just like as you're traveling, you will, again, same analogy. You're going up the mountain, someone or some animal could have came before you, and there's poo on the floor, right there on the path. It's a problem, at least to how we feel and what we see. But does it really need to be your problem? Not really. You don't have to care for the path to make sure it's perfect. You could just simply step over and keep going. Ignore it completely, keep going. It's a problem, but it's not a problem you have to take with you. Because there will always be poo on the ground. There will be always something in the way. Obstacles are there. It's just part of life. But that's why we choose our battles. We choose what is it that makes sense for us to really fight or really focus on, to fix. And that's why it starts off with ourselves, finding our peace, and then, what can I do? And I do what I can. If there's something I can't do at the moment, okay, just try to keep my peace as best I can, and then move forward in the way that I can at the time. Okay? So do your best to not look so far ahead that you feel like the mountain's too far away. 3 steps ahead, 3 or 4 steps ahead, little by little. Okay? Thank you so much for your question. And I hope that helps you feel a little bit better. Okay. Oh, hello, Lisa and Jenna and Hakuzo on YouTube. So Hakuzo has a question. He says, how many stories are there about the creation of the world in Buddhism? Oddly, in Buddhism, we don't really talk about it much. Most people don't know the story. And it's one of those, as a Buddhist, I kind of know somewhat of it. It's pretty deep, but I tend to give a summary version. Okay, here's a super summary. Like, don't quote me. This is just a quick summary. The world will end. When it ends, an angel comes, or before it ends, an angel comes down and says, "Hey, everybody, you gotta do some goodness. We gotta go to heaven to get away from this end of the world." And not just heaven. So in Buddhism, there's 6 levels of heaven, and then there's these Brahma realms, which are like a little bit higher than heaven. It's similar to Nirvana in the sense of how peaceful it is, but it's not quite Nirvana yet, because Nirvana is outside of the cycle. So it's once you pass the 6th level of heavens and you're in that Brahma realm, you are no longer in the area that will be destroyed. So the heavens are gone, this world is gone, the hells are gone. And then it starts over again. It's a cycle. So that's just the cycle of the universe. and then it comes back. There's a world. Then because even though they're in that higher level, they still have defilement. They still have that anger, greed, delusion. In this case, greed. And then they see the world and it seems very interesting. They go, "Oh, what is this?" So they fly down. Again, they're heavenly or above heaven. So like the next level. They fly down and see what this is. They're like, "Oh, this is interesting." And then oddly they feel like, okay, I say they call it like this nutritious dirt. I like to think of it like a cookie. It seems more realistic to us. Just think of a freshly baked cookie and how it smells, and just it just kind of pulls you in. That's kind of the thing. So then they start to eat it, and then it's like, why did they start eating dirt? I don't know. I wasn't there. Okay, so this is just a story, summarized extremely. So they started to eat this dirt. It made them unable to float anymore. So they had to become the first humans. And then because of everyone's karma, they eventually started to change. So some of them became. At first, there was no different sex. It was just humanoid, and then eventually there was male and female. Then eventually, animals grew because some of them eventually turned to animals. So yes, just like a Christian and Catholic view, the chicken came before the egg. Same in Buddhism. This is the same thing, and then it just slowly adjust. So that's just the super summarized version. Okay, yeah, this could be very long, but that's that's the story. But there's a lot of Buddhists don't know the story. We don't really talk about it in Buddhism. We're more about now. What can we do today to be better so that our next life can get better and better? That's our main thing. We talk about the past only as a teaching of what we should do, because whether we know or not of what happened then doesn't really matter to us today. Because even if you know it was real or not real, it doesn't really affect what happens today. So it's one of those. It's good to know, I guess, but it's definitely interesting. Yes, I agree with Pat because it's interesting, but it's it doesn't actually make us any more pure or any more enlightened. Okay, but at least that's just a quick summary since you asked. But like I said, don't quote me completely because I don't remember it exactly, but I know it's something like along those lines. Okay. Oh, Fudo has a question. Oh, she said this time was an almost good session, better than last time. Okay, very good. And then she was asking. Now she's asking, since Thai monks don't eat dinner, what do you do to help overcome hunger or the yearning to eat? Ah, okay. So yes, in Theravada Buddhism, we fast. We usually have meals just till midday, and that's it. So we will have breakfast, we'll have lunch, and then that's it for the rest of the day. The reason for this is actually if you think of food as energy, breakfast is to start the engine, right? Lunch is to sustain. But dinner, what is dinner for? This is what I teach our kids when they ask about this. Why is that? Well, if you think about it, dinner is energy for making a family. So we don't really have a family ourselves. We don't need the energy to do anything rigorous or anything anyway, because for the most part, monks, we don't really exert much energy. Most of our time is sitting, studying. Even clean the temple doesn't really require that much energy. So food wise, we don't actually need that much. In the first years, you're very hungry because you're so used to eating 3 meals a day, so your body's used to it. And also, depending on how much you normally ate, you can be like me. I was an eater. I'm still an eater, but um, it made me very hungry at the time. So then, after midday, we would have something called pana, or refreshment, where during the Buddha's time it was mostly a water or filtered out juice, sugar, uh, sugar cane, something like that. Like these like small things just to help you out. Nowadays it's adjusted to fruit juices, sometimes smoothies, just because now the technology is the ability of it. Ice cream, chocolate, etc. It's like it's just kind of adjusted quite a bit. I still don't have too much because uh, sugar is kind of not so great for me. But in general, we do have like little things that we can have, but in general, we just don't have a full meal. The main thing that happened is back in the Buddha's time, so monks go for alms. So they go and people put food in an ambo, Usually we would do it in the morning before people go to work and they had their meal prepared for the day. But what happened was some of the monks went out at night, so like dinner time. The problem is, think 2,600 years ago, no electricity, maybe a torch in front of your house. It's dark, and just some random people knocking at your door, and you have no idea who they are. Scary. So when they realized it was a monk, oh, so they told the Buddha, "Hey, Buddha, the monks are coming at night." He said, "Okay." So he taught the monks, "All right, guys, let's just fast, okay? You don't actually need it." He never explained, apparently. He just said it's healthy for you. Nowadays, we know it as intermittent fasting. So, yeah, that's the thing. So that's just so we how I overcame it is that as time passed, I wasn't as hungry. Sometimes I get hungry. So, if, for example, if we were doing a lot of yard work, or it's like we had to help build something in the temple, yes, I'll definitely be hungry. I'll need something, some kind of juice or some kind of something to help me. But in general, since we don't really do anything extra, I tend to feel okay now. And water is a great substitute. Sometimes we feel hungry, but actually we're just thirsty. But because by the time it comes to our brain, the gut is telling you it needs water. But since it's coming from the gut, your brain says food is needed here. But in reality, you actually just need water. So that's just another little extra health lesson there. Okay, thank you for your question. Oh, and just asking, in next lives, do you find meaningful people to you from this one? Yes, you can. So in Buddhism, uh, we do something called aditan. Aditan means to make a resolution. So, for example, each time you do goodness, you do some kind of charitable giving or you help someone out, think of that as a good energy and think, okay, with this good energy, please may I be close to wise people who will help me or be close to good friends, very much like the blessing that I give at the end, because that's something that I really do hope for you all. That way, every time we're reborn, we don't remember our past lives. It's very, very extremely rare. Like even in the Buddhist time, there was like maybe 3 people who could remember their lifetime, their past lives. Nowadays, yeah, there's still some people, but it's very, very rare. And even if you know it, doesn't mean you'll follow it. It's like the main thing is every time you're reborn, it's like you're restarting and not knowing anything. So hopefully you're near someone who will guide you and be a guiding light to help you stay away from adding more bad karma to yourself. So if we're close to good people, they don't have to be Buddhist. They just have to be good, a good person. When you're around good people, they become good teachers for you, become good friends for you, helping you become a good person. As long as you're hopeful, as long as you're able to stay on that path, we'll continue to be adding more and more good karma, and more goodness happens to us. As that's something that we like to make the resolution for, because you never know. So the best thing to do is make sure that goodness that we do works for us to help us in the next life also. Okay, thank you for your question. Okay, any other questions or wonders before we go? All right, then before we go, I'd like to give you all a blessing. May you all be blessed with happiness, good health, wealth, success in your lives. May you be surrounded by good friends who will always guide you into light, in times of darkness and in times of need. And when you close your eyes to meditate, may you attain inner peace easily and quickly in every lifetime. So thank you again, everyone. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you're watching from. And remember, a smile a day keeps the stress away. So everyone, keep smiling and let's brighten up the world together. So for everyone on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, thank you again for coming. See you guys next time. And for those on Zoom, feel free to stay longer if you'd like to chat. Take care, everyone.